We have 3 new exciting smart home products on Automate Your Life, so let's get started with the reviews. Hello Automators, thanks for tuning in again. I'm Brian from Automate Your Life, and today I'm going to take the frustration out of automation by giving you insight into 3 relatively unique products in the smart home industry. And by the way, the FTC in the US somehow controls me up here in Canada, and so they'd like me to let you know that we get these products for free, and sometimes they're even paid for. Now, in the case of this video, what you're seeing is 3 products we got for free. So that's important for you to understand, but it doesn't change how my review goes of these products. Now let's start with the Wyze Plug. This is the brand new smart plug from Wyze, and what's unique about this product is actually just how inexpensive it is. I mean, we have seen products in the smart plug space here that are around that $10 mark, especially on sales, and they tend to have good integrations with Google Assistant and Amazon's Voice Assistant, but this is a Wyze plug, so it's integrated not just with Google Assistant and Amazon's Voice Assistant, but also integrated with If This Then That, and it's integrated with their whole suite of products as well. Now, with their new rules section within the application, this becomes a very powerful device. So not only can you schedule things, but you can also trigger things within the rest of your Wyze system. So those little $5 sensors that you have, the Wyze Sense, they can be used, and this can be triggered on or off based on that. The only real drawback I'm finding at this point with the Wyze Plug is the fact that you really don't have any power monitoring. So that's the only drawback with this versus some of the bigger, better smart Wi-Fi plugs that I've been able to test recently, like the Samsung SmartThings plug. But the differential here is $10 per one. So a 2-pack of this at $15 and the Samsung SmartThings Wi-Fi at $18, which gives you power monitoring. So for that differential, I think a lot of people are going to accept they don't get power monitoring. Otherwise, highly reliable. So we're back to a highly reliable system here with Wyze. From their Wyze bulbs, which have struggled a little bit, this has been very good for me. Now, I do want to remind you guys, if there's anything you see within this, any of these 3 products that you see that you'd like a full review or a full tutorial on how to use, please let us know down in the comments below. We reach back out to these companies, we work with them to get those tutorials set up or those reviews set up if we need more product or something like that. So please let us know down below. Now let's move on to the second product, and there's a wallet sitting on the desk. This is a wallet from Ekster, and they are specifically a company that makes things like cases and these wallets, and it's an RFID blocking wallet, and that's something very important to me as someone who walks around with a lot of cards with that RFID signal, or the ability to be basically read by an RFID reader. Now, if you don't know about that and how important that is, all I'll tell you is RFID is completely unencrypted. Now, the Ekster wallet has a little bit more to it. It allows you to pop up the cards from inside. There's also some additional components here inside that you can go ahead and use, but it's really cool to kind of pop up your cards and be able to do that. The other thing that it did come with is this tracking card, and this is what you can utilize to have Google Assistant or Amazon's Voice Assistant actually find your wallet for you. And this works remarkably well. It's working through Bluetooth and connected to your smartphone. So as long as you're within range of this device, then you're going to be able to get that. The wallet itself is made of an incredibly soft leather, and I love that about the device. The tracker card has actually been very excellent, and the sound that comes out of it, both customizable and very strong or very loud, so I can hear it wherever it is. The other thing that's really cool about this, I mean, the application has a map so you can see the last location that your wallet was found at, and even if you've lost your smartphone instead and you can't find that, once you have the app installed on your smartphone, you can actually trigger it. Find my wallet. on the flip side, some of the things I'm not in love with. I mean, it's a Bluetooth connection, and so that means your smartphone does have to be within range. Now, Ekster did a really interesting thing with this product because they actually went ahead and they allowed you to invite other people. So if they became close to your wallet, or the tracker card more specifically, then they would be able to pick that up if you give them access. So you can kind of share with other people in your home to find your item, or even if it's been out on the street here for a little bit, someone's actually stolen your wallet, you might be able to find it through a network of friends. So get some more friends, stop just automating in your home, and go and make some new friends so they can find your wallet for you from Ekster. The other thing I'm not entirely in love with, but I don't know another way to really do this any better, is it's a solar panel here on the tracker card, and so it can run out of batteries if you don't leave your wallet open for a few moments or a few hours every day, kind of in sunlight or within lights at least. So you do have to kind of keep that in mind going forward. The last thing that's not my favorite is really, I can get about 6 cards in here, maybe a couple of bills, and that's about where it lands. So after that, the device or the wallet becomes a little bit too thick. And so, you know, that's not my favorite thing about it, but it has made me have another look at what I am carrying around. It's been too much, to be honest. So this has been a very interesting device to add to my smart home and to be able to take with me, ask the Google Assistant where my wallet is if I'm in the car, and have it be found. Now, one little interesting thing is Ekster, when you buy one of their wallets, you instantly get a 20% off coupon. So I've actually left that down below for you guys to be able to go ahead and pick one of these up for yourself. And at 20%, that's a great deal. And with Black Friday coming, they have great deals as well. So go ahead, use that link. And that reminds me, these links are down below. Sometimes I get some money if you guys go ahead and click on them. In the case of all these products, I think I don't here, but I do with these other ones. So, you know, that it's just an extra component for me. It doesn't change, again, how I review these things. But let's move on to the last product, which is the most unique, I think, for my audience here on YouTube. Now, this is from Gearbest, and Gearbest has been trying to work with me for a long time here on the channel, and every once in a while I take on one of their products and have a look at it, and usually I send it back and say no thanks, it's not really working right in the North American market. Now, this is called the 360 DB, I think it's 19, might be 9, but 19, and this is a video doorbell, and I think you can kind of see the weight and the size of this thing. It is quite significant. This little light ring right here actually lights up a great blue when someone comes up to your door, so it kind of senses that people are coming up, and it is a full video doorbell camera. Here's the chime, and this is really what connects to your Wi-Fi in your home. So very interesting device. They give you some additional capabilities of installing things like flashcards here, and this is really the communication piece. So this is more of just a camera really, and a little button. Now, things I liked about this, the installation was actually remarkably easy, and I liked the fact that I could either just stick it to a surface, or I could drill in the mount entirely if I'd like, and I've actually just stuck it to a surface in both of the homes that I've had this installed in now. Now, the other thing that's really cool is it's battery powered, so there's really no installation, and the pricing of this is significantly lower than things like Ring and your Nest Hello. So really cool and really smart things here for $90. That's kind of the price it is right now. I think it'll retail most of the time around $100, and we will see some Black Friday deals. Now, you're noticing, or well, maybe you're not noticing, but I'm noticing that the SD card is not here. So this is located in your home, and this device right here is sitting outside. Now, it also has this force detection alarm that goes off that you cannot stop. So turn that off before you remove it from your own door, as I learned. But the other thing about this is that it's then storing locally here. And this is inside your home, so people can't really get to that if they're stealing this. You have clear video of the perpetrator because it's looking right at them, and it is quite a wide field of view here that you get out of this camera. So that's very powerful. You can go straight to the cloud if you'd like as well, or you can use that SD card. Either way, you're getting good recordings of people who are coming up to your door. The notifications have been remarkably consistent, and it tells me if someone's kind of hanging around the space as well. So I get a notification that someone's come up and pressed the doorbell. I get a little ring chime here, and then I get it on my smartphone. And I've used both iPhone or iOS and Android smartphones to test this thing out. The sound communication was really clear, so the two-way audio, it does that as well. It was really clear. I can take snapshots, I can take manual videos if I'd like as well, and all of those capabilities were really clear and easy to do. I also really do love the fact that this is a simple tape-based, 3M tape-based installation if I want it to be, and then incredibly secure if I want to drill it in to another location. And the battery is rechargeable in this, and they kind of say you're going to get 6 months, but moving into some of the things I didn't love, well, that's one of the things I didn't love. It actually did take about a month to go down by 35%. So with that in mind, and I lived in a rural area for most of that time, you know, it wasn't getting triggered that much, although it triggers with my dog. The fact that it recognized my dog and really doesn't know the difference between a dog, any animal, and a human, it's really just a camera recognizing motion. And so you're not going to get a ton out of this other than someone is at your door. Don't think that you're going to be able to see this camera on your Google Smart Display or your Amazon Smart Display. It's definitely not integrating with Apple or SmartThings at this point. So the last thing, and this is definitely the worst thing about this video doorbell, is if you're an iPhone user, I have yet to be able to get the company to fix this for me. The application is an absolute disaster. So what's happened there, and I can only tell because I'm a bit of an old programmer, they basically have something broken in terms of their pointers. And so you're actually seeing the names in the code that they use for each different shortcut or each different setting. So they can't fix it for me. They're just asking me questions, and we're trying to get there, and I will leave it down in the comments below if we do get it fixed on iOS. But if you're an iOS user, hard stop, wait till this gets fixed, and again, I'll leave that down below. Now, just last month, we did another version of these kinds of reviews, and I love doing these reviews where I get to give you 3 different products that we've picked up with some of our vendor partners or some manufacturers, and I think these are really great. So if you love this, make sure you give it a like, make sure you comment down below, and also make sure you join the channel. But go watch the other 2 episodes of this, and we will have a new one for you in December. We're already lining up 3 great products there. So thanks for watching, everyone, and of course, don't hate, automate.